What's up guys, welcome to the video. So today we are doing another question and answer. So all of these questions came from my previous question and answer, and that's what I've been doing. So all of the questions from this video, if you do have any, please leave them down below and I will answer them in the next Q&A. So let's just get started and get right to it. First question, hey Nick, do you have any tattoos or would you get any? Maybe a little donut when you hit 100K. Yeah, now I do have one tattoo. It's right, I'm just kidding, total joke. No, I don't have any tattoos whatsoever, and I've thought about getting tattoos, but just for what I do and like for modeling purposes, it's always a question when I do get a modeling job if I have any tattoos. So sometimes if you do have tattoos, they might not accept you, or they're not looking for anybody with tattoos. But nothing against tattoos, sometimes you can wear long sleeves. It just really depends on what the shoot is. And for me, I personally don't feel that it's necessary for me to get any tattoos, but maybe one day. As a kid, if you didn't skate, what other sport do you think you would have done instead? Now, before skateboarding, I played baseball, I played football. So when I played baseball, I pitched, and then when I played football, I was a halfback. So I was always very active as a kid, and I was always really into sports. I really liked to be good at whatever I did, so I would practice, and I just wanted to be the best that I could possibly be. And then when I started skateboarding, it just, everything else in the world shut off, and that was like it. That's what I wanted to do, and that's what I did, and that's what got me to the level I got to, just being very consistent and just doing what you're passionate about. If there's something that you really love and enjoy doing, just do it, because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna make you the happiest. Would you consider doing a powerlifting meet? Now, I think I would definitely like to do a powerlifting meet now that I am bulking again and strength is coming back. There was a point where I was just like not really as strong as I wanted to be, when I was doing like strictly fruits only, I wasn't consuming any protein. And again, guys, it was just an experiment. I was trying stuff out. I did experiment some strength loss as I was not able to keep my muscles full of glycogen, so I was consuming lots and lots of carbs, but carbs from fruit are mainly fructose, so it has a different pathway and doesn't store as glucose in the muscle, which will fill the muscles, and that's what will fuel your workout. So now that strength is starting to come back, I would definitely consider it in the future. At what age should we start taking care of our bodies? Love your videos. I think that any age is good to start. We don't really have any control, when we're like 1, 2, 3 years old, 4 years old, because our parents are basically feeding us. I really think any age is good to start, I really wish I would have started when I was a lot younger, in my teenage years, but you don't know, you just take life as it comes, and you're like, oh, I'm just hungry, I eat food. You don't think about what you're eating, you just eat what you want. But yeah, I think any age is good to start. What are you going to do for Christmas, Nick? You look so hot all the time, sweetheart. Oh, thank you very much. For Christmas, I plan to spend it with my aunt, as well as Emma and her mom and like their family and stuff. But we're all gonna go to this restaurant for, I think, Christmas dinner. So I think it's like $50 a person or something, but it's like this crazy big huge buffet, so we're all gonna spend it over there. And I believe Caber is gonna come down from Tampa as well, because he is from Massachusetts also, and all of his family's up there, so he's gonna come down, probably eat some food, and just have a nice Christmas. Question for the next Q&A. Hey Nick, love your content so much. I personally have been on the keto diet for a few months now due to me wanting to lose weight, in which I did, but I noticed the development in obsession with tracking macros, and I restrict myself from food to an extreme level. I want to be able to transition off of it and continue to have a healthy lifestyle and treat myself the way you do. What do you recommend I should do? Now, I really think the keto diet is not the best diet to be on, because, it works well for some people, but if you are trying to strength train or do any type of activity, I found that the keto diet isn't the best. It's not the most optimal. It is great for, brain function and just being like super mental sharp and focused, but yeah, when I tried the keto diet and strength trained, it wasn't the best. So I really think that developing a good relationship with food is something that you need to work on yourself. I could give you guys all the advice that I could give you, but if it's not something that you can take in and change your mindset, to look at food differently and not be so tedious about tracking macros. Yeah, it's just something that you're really gonna have to work on, and yeah, it may take some time. What do you think of digestive enzymes? Do you recommend taking them? Now the thing is with taking digestive enzymes, they do work, and I do take them on the cheat day sometimes, because you're taking in this massive amount of food and the enzymes can help break down some food. But I wouldn't recommend taking them every single day. If you do have like some digestive issues or some gut issues, then I would recommend doing some fasting to help heal your gut. But relying on a supplement or something, I don't think that it's necessary, but it can help if you need it. You know, same thing with like supplements. If you are deficient in, say, magnesium, then a magnesium supplement can help. But if you are not deficient, then why take something when you don't need it? When you were a child, what was your dream job? This is funny because when I was a child, I always wanted to be a garbage man. Like, I don't know why, but like, I always thought it was like super cool when like the garbage men would come down the street and like they're on the truck and they jump off the truck and they grab the barrels and they're just throwing it into the garbage truck and then just keep going on. And like, I always wanted to be that. So I always like, I told like my aunt and stuff, like she would always ask me, or my mom, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I was like, I want to be a garbage man. So I think that's kind of funny. When are you going to shave your beard? Not to sound rude or anything, but I think you look good without a beard. Now, I don't know when I would shave my beard again. I personally like this look for me. It's very easy to maintain, and yeah, it's just kind of like what I rock now. I don't have any plan to shave my beard, but if I have a model shoot that requires me to shave it, then I would shave. But yeah, when I shave my beard, I look like a little kid. It's crazy. So at least the beard kind of, I don't know, it makes me look my age, I guess. I don't know. Great video, Nick. I enjoy these videos. Question: what is the one thing that people always misunderstood about you? Do you believe in second chances? Now, I don't know if there's something that people always misunderstood about me, but maybe it was just like when I first started like getting into like lifting, and I was just so like obsessed about like tracking macros and like hitting my nutrition targets to a T. And you know, people would just be like, look at me, like, you know, I go out to friends and I'd be like, you know, scraping like the sauce off of my food, or just like really kind of eyeballing things. And I was just very addicted to hitting my macros, because yes, it is important to hit your macros if you have a goal, but I was just like, I don't know, it's very hard, you know, it's very difficult when you have goals and, you know, you're going out to eat with friends and they just have a normal diet that they don't even care about calories or macros, they just do their thing. And then you're over here in your mind, in your head, thinking like, man, I wonder how many calories this is, I wonder how many macros this meal is, you know. And like for your other friends that are just out to eat, they're just eating, they don't even think about that. So that was one thing that people just kind of were like, they thought was strange or weird, but it is what it is. If like people don't understand tracking macros or calories and they don't have to, then I am extremely happy for them. That is amazing that they don't have to do that. But for someone like me that trains, you know, like now I just track calories, you know, I don't worry too much about macros. Wherever the macros fall, they fall. And it did take me a while to get to this point to where just like, you know, you don't have to be obsessed, but over time you can develop these skills and just mental tricks to where you just kind of let go. How has putting on so much muscle impacted your pop when skating? I'm assuming the extra weight makes it a little more difficult, but at the same time, crazy leg strength might balance that out. Doesn't look like you're having any trouble based on the daily tray. Now, the thing is with putting on the amount of muscle I put on while skating, the only thing is I break more boards, or it hurts more when I do take a fall. But I do have a lot more cushion. You know, when I was just a 170-pound skateboarder, you know, I'd just basically be slamming, I'd be slamming on bone, you know. So now I have a lot more padding, but I'm not skating the type of things that I was skating back in the day. You know, I was jumping down like 15-stair rails all day long, like over and over, trying like a trick or something. Like if I was to jump down that one time, I would like really feel it because I have so much more weight. But lately, you know, I do skate low impact stuff, you know, I skate like manual pads, like, I don't know, nothing over like 10 stairs, which I'm not saying I couldn't do it, but if I was doing it every day, then I'd be adapted again and I would just feel what it feels like to be jumping down stuff on the daily. But yeah, I definitely still have pop, and it's like anything, you know, your body will adapt to it. So if you just throw a weight vest on your back and you're skating all day, you're gonna feel heavy. But if you did that every single day, your body would adapt and then your strength and pop would come back. Where do you get your shorts from? I get my shorts from PacSun as well as Hero Hera and Tilly's. Now the last ones I did get from Tilly's are like a stretchy type material. I got a pair in black and also a pair in gray. Now I can't wear typical like jean shorts because if they don't stretch, I can't move my legs. So I always wear shorts that kind of have like a little bit of like nylon in them or polyester so they can actually stretch to fit my glutes and my legs. Hey mate, what do you think about CrossFit, as I'm getting a bit bored of lifting just weights all the time? So I'm thinking about switching. I think that CrossFit is not the best type of training. I mean, it is what it is. It just kind of looks very aggressive on your joints, and there's always a lot of injuries with CrossFit, and throughout my whole lifting career, I've never been injured once. You know, it's just comes down to proper form, proper technique. But with CrossFit, it's very like vigorous, like jerking and just aggressive pulls. And I mean, I would say go ahead, try it. But yeah, I don't see it as something that I would personally do. I really do like power cleans though, as they are very beneficial for trap development. That's just basically when you're pulling them up and then it kind of does jerk down and pull on the trap. But other than that, I'm not really too big a fan of CrossFit. Next question, Nick, what happens if I don't add any weight repetition and keep doing the same workout routine for a long time? Am I gonna lose muscles? Now the thing is, when you're doing the same weights with the same reps over and over and over, you're basically gonna be the same. You know, there's no reason for your body to change. What makes you grow and get stronger is challenging the body. So that's either increasing the reps or increasing the weight over time, which is called progressive overload. So over time, you're gonna be progressively getting stronger, and then over time, you're gonna be progressively growing as well. So if you go in the gym, be sure to track your lifts. I use this app called Rep Count. It's free, or you can upgrade it and have more options in it. But track your weights, track your reps. So say for instance, you tracked your squat. Say you squatted 225 pounds, you did 5 sets. So you hit, you know, say 6 to 8 reps. So you'll track it, you'll be like, all right, I hit 8, 8, 7, 7, 6. So next time you wanna go in, you wanna be able to hit 8, 8, 8, 7, 6, or whatever, you know. So even one extra rep per week is still progress. You know, so over time you want to just keep progressing, and definitely don't train to failure. Always leave at least 1 to 2 reps left in the tank. So that way it's just a steady progression and you're not maxing out to the point where you're getting so beat up and fatigued and not recovering. On a TDE calculator, what activity would you say you are? And what would working out 5 to 6 times a week, walking more than 10K steps, but being a student be considered as the activity level? Thanks. Now, if you're trying to like figure out your calories or like your TDEE or whatever, there's so many calculators online and there's so many different values that they throw at you. I personally don't even do that. I've had just so much experience between tracking calories and macros. I pretty much know where I need to be in terms of maintenance, or if I'm bulking, or if I'm cutting, you know. So I have all this data, and which I highly recommend you guys do if you're gonna be bulking or cutting or even just maintaining. Collect all of the data and save it, make a spreadsheet, so that way you can have all your weights, how much you weigh, your weekly averages, your calorie intake, to see like, all right, this is how much I'm eating and my body's maintaining. So boom, that's your maintenance. That will be much more efficient rather than go into some calculator and have it spit out a number at you, and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna try this number, and say you start gaining weight because the calculation was off. So my best tip is to use yourself as an experiment. So track what you eat, track your weights, put it in a spreadsheet, and just kind of see where it goes. If you're gaining weight, pull back a little bit until your body weight levels off, and then there you go. There's your maintenance, and that is your starting point. Any tips for someone struggling to eat enough protein? So if you're having trouble getting in enough protein, you could simply supplement with some protein powders. I do use High Performance Nutrition's plant-based protein. It is vegan, and it does taste pretty good. So the link is in the description. It is just an easy way to get in more protein. It's 20 grams of protein per scoop, so you can make a quick shake, you know, put 2 scoops in there, that's 40 grams of protein, and you can throw it in a smoothie or something. It's just a very easy way to get in more protein if you're having a hard time eating. Why did you stop hanging out with Christian Guzman? I've never actually hung out. Well, I've hung out with Christian once. We did train with him and Buff Bunny after the Arnold Expo. I forget what year it was, maybe 2017 or 16. But yeah, I've never actually hung out with Christian on a daily. What camera equipment and editing software do you use? Now, I use a Sony a5100. It's a great camera. I really love it. It's great for vlogging. It does have the flip up screen. And I also use the Sigma 16mm lens. That is the main lens that I use for like filming, vlogging, my workouts, the cheat day stuff, even this right here. So it is a very good lens. It's got pretty good detail to it. So I really enjoy it. And what software do I use? I do use Final Cut Pro. That's what I use to edit all my videos. When I did start, I started using iMovie. But as I got better at editing, I started using Final Cut. So I really like it, I enjoy it, and that's what I use. Well, all right, my friends, that is going to wrap up this question and answer. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you do have any questions, please leave them down below. This time around, we didn't have too many questions, so that's why the video isn't as long. But I do read every question, and if I did answer already, I'm not gonna re-answer it. And if it's not rated PG-13, I'm not gonna answer it as well, because I do have a wide variety of people watching my videos, and I try to keep it appropriate for all viewers. So if you guys do have any more questions, please leave them down below. I will answer them in the next question and answer. And like always, guys, I appreciate all the love and the support. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.